What's happening, traders? Emmanuel here. In today's video, we're diving into a live session that was taken from the private community where we ended the day with about $8,000 in profit. Now, this came from a process that I trust, a process that I have refined over the years. And ladies and gentlemen, that is truly what matters. It's not about the money. It's about coming into the market and having a repeatable system, a repeatable game plan that you can follow day in and day out. This is what I try to instill in every trader who comes and trades live with me. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're ready to take your trading to the next level, you're serious about leveling up, there is no plan B for you, and you want to be a part of a community, come join the Live for FX private community. Click the link down below. Now, if you're just watching, I recommend that you take notes because there's lots to learn here. Let's waste no time. Let's jump straight into the video. Welcome to another live New York trading session. It's Emmanuel from Live for FX. As you know, today we are in the charts. Taking a look at gold as usual. It is Wednesday. The market's been in a range. We have the weekly range that we identify all the time, but right now we're going to focus on this particular this daily range that we're currently seeing right now. So on the daily time frame, you can clearly see that price is in a off of this factor alone, where the market is likely going to head is slightly more questionable, as there is a bit of indecision in the market at the moment, bullish. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are able to see price continue a push to the upside, but either way, we'll see. We're going to scale down to the 4-hour time frame just to get a bit more clarity. On the 4-hour time frame, you can see things a little bit better. You can see the lower lows and the lower highs that we've been forming, right? And it's been quite nice. It's been very fluid. We took out this low right here. I'm going to use this just to keep things a little bit on the cleaner side, and we can see this low right here that was taken out. So this was an area of liquidity that sellers ended up reaching for and completely took out. And then we have this area next that price could also potentially reach for if sellers do continue to dominate. So that's if we don't see a current change in market structure. But based on the 4-hour time frame, sellers do have the momentum. Some of the most powerful and most dominant candles right now are coming in from the sell side. We can see that here with this massive sell-off. Some of the fluid bearish candlesticks, right? So if you want to find out who is in control of a market, right, you can do that with market structure, but you can also see the level of intensity and volume that they're coming in right there. So yeah, right now we're still in a seller's market. We are, making high highs and high lows and really showing these choppier market conditions. It could also push price to the upside as well. But I think that if we are able to see some sort of break off to the downside, we should not hesitate to take advantage of that sell-off. We have this accumulation zone right here, and price has been holding steady relatively. And this right here was yesterday's high, and then price made a push to the downside. In terms of what's happened between the Asian session and the London session, it's been absolute garbage. The market hasn't moved, hasn't moved much at all, right? Asian session, we stayed in this range, came down. This is not a large range either. This is like a 100 pip range, right? So what that means is we could likely see some pretty decent move take place today. We have the London high, which is this would be the London high. So we have the London high, which is right here, and then we have the London low, which is right here. Right now, the London high is holding as the market makes its way over to the London low, but we are in this accumulation. So I'm looking for one of them to still be standing. And likely, based on what I see right now, it could possibly be the London high. So we have that right here, but we also have the London low, which is right there, right? So London low right here. If the market decides to take out the London low, that is going to signify that we want to break lower, and we could, it would give us another confirmation if the market breaks out of this accumulation zone to the downside to look to take price, a bit lower. So on the 5-minute time frame here, we can kind of see, the change in market structure right here. We have the London low, and it looks like the market could possibly, be aiming for these levels yourself. But right now, there's really not much to do. So we're going to be keeping our cool and maintaining our composure and just seeing what we can do in this market. No expectation moves. Delay the first trade as much as possible for now, especially in this market condition, because price is choppy. So when the market is choppy, market structure break don't work the same way. We can maybe anticipate here a little bit of pullback, right? And maybe price make some money as the market continues to run, up towards this range. But I wouldn't get in just with a break of structure anymore. When the market is trending, that's things that you can do. But when the market is choppy, you get a break of structure, price takes out a high and a pullback. So let's see how price wants to react. We don't predict, we anticipate, and that's what we have to do right now. Yesterday, went to go see F1, the movie, and it was crazy. It's probably one of the best movies I've seen so far this year. I don't know if anyone else has seen that movie, but freaking phenomenal movie, man. I'm a huge movie guy. When I have the time, I usually they don't make movies the same way anymore. I find movies that make you actually feel something, that doesn't just numb your mind or just makes you slightly entertained. But this movie was it was inspiring. It was funny. There was a lot of action, and I loved the whole F1. Great movie. I loved it, Andrew. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a phenomenal movie. It was just like Brad Pitt was dope. Damson is a character that I found from Snowfall. I don't know if you guys have seen the show Snowfall, but I watched it a few years ago, and it was, I just fell in love with with his character and how he played it. So definitely a great actor. And ever since, I've liked everything that he's done. I think he's doing a movie with Brad Pitt was cool. But Brad Pitt has always been a great actor, for me, because he was like my childhood hero from Troy. When you watch if you've seen Troy, that made him a legend in my books. He could do no wrong after he made that movie Troy. So a few actors are like that for me. And yeah, but went to go see this movie, and it was just cool. It was a cool movie. So yeah, we should see more sellers coming to the market now, and price likely target this low. The only thing is, this is we're seeing that push. Gonna take that low and also take out the London low as well. That's huge. Look at that volume that's coming in. So this is where it's you wait. This is why you wait, because the market could be, this is likely a rejection for price to continue to move further down. And as we start to see that break lower, okay, I think I'm gonna go in on a sell trade. Okay, I'm in on the sell now. Let's see what the market does. So we're in, taking the sell trade right here. See if the market is going to push back, but we're in pretty much. We've taken the sell trade, right? The market reached into this level, and let's see if the market is really ready to run, ready to break out of that London low, or if we're going to be seeing some sort of pullback, right? And yeah, but right now I'm in the trade for a sell, and this is going to be first TP 30 pep. This is going to be it. So let's see here. We broke below the London low. This is why the trade was executing. Market took out this high right there rather than continue moving up. It failed. Grabbed this liquidity. Huge push to the downside. Broke below this London low. Broke below this low. In the process, also taking the London low out as well. Waited for a huge pullback to the upside for price to grab liquidity. Because we didn't want to get in on that break of structure, or just simply the fact that the market is making a move lower. So we got that big pullback. Now the question is, does the market still want to give maybe even more pullback. That would be the only reason why we lose this trade possibly, unless we're wrong in the bias. But based off of what we're seeing so far, I wouldn't be surprised if we can kind of see price move, a bit to the downside. But right now, we're in the trade, first execution of the day. Now it's just up to the market to either make a move or not play the game. I think the most important thing that we can do is to manage ourselves, manage our composure. Execution made sense. Everything. We broke the London low. We waited for price to essentially make the decisions. When we started the live session, I talked about the possibility of price taking out either the London high or the London low, and that would be the major game plan. We have this accumulation zone that we have yet to break out of currently, and we haven't done that right now. But we've taken out the London low, right? We've taken out the London low, which is right here, and usually that signifies that maybe there is a willingness for price to continue. But like I said, with market conditions like this, things are a little bit more interesting. So you want to manage your expectation and not, whatever the market gives you, you take. Don't force it too much, but still execute as perfectly. I wouldn't say this perfect execution, but as best as you can, right? As best as you can, and that's it. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. That's all we can do. So slight up slightly, a little bit of profit here. Well, not really, but the market is still stalling. Let's see here. I would love to see that, just a little bit, just a little bit. So I'm going to look to take about 8 off the table as we approach, if we do get to, point where the market is able to drop all the way down here, about 30. Oh, yes. Okay, there we go. 30 pep hit. Now let's move our stop loss to break even, ladies and gentlemen. Game well played. Go. So stop loss, you can see here, entry price was right here, 33.39, and stop loss is placed right there. So came into the market, we've already made something for the day, and boom, booyah. So this is it. This is pretty much, this is it, Adrian. Great trade for you, champ. The market is now running. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you guys have any questions in terms of why this trade was executed. If that didn't hit. But right now we are sitting in the trade, and this is the best part for me, where I always talk about mixing the psychology with your technicals. Taking something off the table at least puts me in a position where if the market continues to run, I continue to take. But at the end of the day, I am a little bit less anxious, right? There's no anxiety, so I like to pay myself. If I close this entire trade right now, Jesus, the market is melting, folks. This is crazy. Fuck, shit. Okay, right, that is 50. We just seen 50 pep right here. I think we can get 100. I think we can get 100 grand for the day. But let's see if the market is generous and wants to give a bit of profit. A bit more. It's going. Maybe I'll take it at like 5 grand and just, jeez. The second position is on crack. It's been accumulating for a while, so should have a runner. Absolutely, we got a runner. We got a runner. She's a runner. She's a track star. We got that. That's really mean. The market is just. It's eyeing this guy right here. It's eyeing this bad boy. It's eyeing that bad boy right there. Jesus. Ooh. We'll spend some of this. All right, I think I'm gonna get out here. Yeah, folks. All right, there you go. I'm out. Yeah, I think the market's still very generous.
it's still very, very generous. Lots of big movements still. We've captured almost, Jesus Christ, oh my God, it's gonna give 100. It's gonna target this low. I probably should have just stayed in, but you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We did our thing. Here we came into the market. So today was $8,000 day. And yeah, now if the market continues to run, cool. But price gave us so far since our entry point right here. Goddamn, it's about 90 pep. Jesus. Ooh. Oh, who's still in it? Who's still in this? I'm out. First day making over 1K. Wow, that's what's up. That's amazing. That is amazing. That's amazing, Amber. That's what's up. Congratulations on that trailing. Beautiful. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, this was it was a pretty easy, smooth trade. We got in and the market essentially ran really well. So right now, I'm pretty much done for the day. I am going to fuck off, and we'll be back here